It is a beast, it weighs a ton, and we will see if it's still worth it purchasing in 2019. It's 5 years old, and 5 years ago it cost roughly 1,500 euros. So, and also we're going to compare, or set ourselves a challenge rather, to build something similar, with similar performance for a tenth of the price. Yes, you heard correctly, for 150 euros we are trying to build something similar than this. Let me just open this up. So, what do we have here? We have an i5 4690K. You can overclock this thanks to the motherboard, which is a Z97 Extreme 3. So very nice motherboard. We also have a beefy Be Quiet cooler, which is just massive, which will have no problem at all to cool the CPU down. And also we have a GTX 970 from Palette with 4 GB. Also we have 8 GB of RAM. This is Corsair Vengeance, clocked at 1600 MHz. The case is a Phantom gaming case, and it's customized a little bit. Let me just show you what my girlfriend did. So, what? Yes, so she customized it a little bit to her liking. She's very much into animes and mangas and stuff like that, so you can see that here. But yeah, as I said, we had a challenge to build something similar like this for 150 euros, just a tenth of the price. And I already bought a PC, and let me show you in a second what I got. Alright, so this is the PC that is going to contest with this 1,500 euro machine. And here we have a really ugly case, I have to say. It was an office PC, the Terra, and it has a 4th Gen i5, also similar to this. Okay, of course you can't overclock it because it's just a cheap motherboard. And it also comes with 8 GB of RAM, and we have an R9 280X. Well, sure, this card is not as powerful as a GTX 970 with 4 GB. But we only paid 120 euros for this PC, which is incredible value, to be honest. If you then count in 70 euros for the graphics card, okay, we're gonna sell this R9 280X for 40 euros. Then we have the whole system for 80 euros. Add that graphics card of 70 euros in it, and then we will have 150 euros of a gaming machine, and we will compare it to the overclocked one at the right. A GTX 780. Which I just bought yesterday and used, of course, for 70 euros. You got this card. It's a 3 GB version, and we're going to chuck that in and see how the performance is in 2019. Now, the reason why this power supply is not in the case is because we actually painted this black. It's a good power supply, it's solid, it powered this graphics card and will also power something else, but it was grey or silver and I didn't like it, so I painted it black. I'm going to show you how I did this in a second. All of this will actually be transplanted into this case. Very cheap case, it's a black case, cost 20 euros shipped to my door. But now let's go for the benchmarks, shall we? And we start with my girlfriend's gaming PC and see how the performance is. guys, I would say we are ready to start, so let's crack on and go for the challenge. It's going! Why not? Right, we have the tools, and we're gonna check this PC out of the way. Luckily I have a few things prepared. Here you go, there's the main board. By the way, don't touch it when the PC is on, otherwise you can fry it. Okay, here we go. Nice Intel SSD. All for 120 bucks, basically gaming machine. This is unheard of. So we have all our parts now. Now, let's put it all into this case. Instruction manual, you don't need that one. Let's see what a 15 euro case can do. Alright, next main board. Luckily there are already ace holders for the screws inside the case, so I don't have to screw them in. Alright. 20 minutes. Now you can see a little bit more. Now we lost a lot of time, only 15 minutes, Jesus. Okay guys, I admit I didn't make the 30 minutes challenge due to some problems with this case. The graphic card does fit in here, but just barely with the cable, so I added myself another 10 minutes so I can figure out how I can get the graphics card in with the cables plugged in. So, alright, let's go. Damn, it's in! Whew, that was a close one. This is now moment of truth. Okay, it's not going on. Just not a good sign. Alright guys, moment of truth, the second cut. I figured out what the problem was, at least I think. So the power supply is alright, it does work. I think the problem was that I squeezed the cables, and that's the reason why it didn't work. I've never seen something like this. So interesting, you always learn something new. We chucked everything in now, the graphics card barely fits in, but yeah, I haven't turned it on yet, so I would say moment of truth the second. Here we go. Yes, success! So everything is working now, finally, very nice. Now we can get on with our benchmarks. Alright guys, so this is the end result here. This is our PC. We set ourselves a goal to get a gaming PC for 150 bucks that can compete with a PC that nearly cost 1,500 euros 5 years ago. And now I'm going to quickly say what we paid for the whole system we have here and if we reached our goal or not. So we had the CPU mainboard RAM combination for 80 euros and also we had a power supply with that, but the power supply wasn't good enough to power the GTX 780 3GB. We got that used for 70 euros. We got the Be Quiet 550 watt power supply for 20 euros. And then we also updated the case from a cheap office case to a decent looking black case which cost under 20 euros. So all in all we are under 190 euros for a gaming PC that can play any title on mid to high settings even, over 60 FPS easily. I'm pretty happy with the results. Of course we didn't quite match the 150 euro mark. We could have done so if we didn't went for a nicer case and if we wanted to risk blowing up all of our parts with a cheap power supply, but we didn't want that. So and now we are ready to sell this PC. I'm trying to sell it for at least 300 euros or a little bit less, and we'll see how that goes. But in the end, I'm pretty happy with the result. I think it can definitely compete with the overclocked i5 4690K of my girlfriend's PC. You can see that you don't need to spend that much money to play games in 2019. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also give me a like if you liked the video. Give me a dislike also if you didn't. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And see you in the next video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.